Well, good morning, good morning. We're doing a few little finish up things on the bus. Debbie is cooking us some tacos, I can see. Woo, that looks good.
With buffalo meat.
With buffalo meat. And I'm going to show you a couple things that I've done. One is these wonderful sea levels. These are gauges to show what our levels in our tanks are. Now, this particular one is the galley. That's going to be for our galley, and that's what we're calling the name of our tank for the bathtub. Okay, so also I just put one in on our, I know some of you don't like us to talk about this, but I think everybody does it. We have urine tanks. So we do not have black water. These are so easy. I love it. I have these little uniseals, and I just put those between two buckets, if you can see that. And those two buckets, that's about, well, it's 10-gallon capacity. And then here I used just an L for the P-trap. Okay, and what a P-trap does is it stops all odors by capturing fresh fluid right there, and it keeps any odors from coming down. And then I have an on-off right here, so I can just pull this out when I'm ready. I just move that around like that, put a 5-gallon bucket under it, and I can just empty this so easy. Of course, if it's full, it takes more than one 5-gallon bucket, but that shows you how easy that little system works. And then on the back side of this is my sea level gauge right here, and that goes, just one wire is all it actually, well, two wires. One goes to ground, but only one wire goes back to the actual the sensor, from the sensor back to the actual reading gauge. Let me show you that. Okay, so this is our gauge here. It has several things on there. It has a battery, and we'll just show you. Our batteries are at 11.6, has freshwater tank. Right now we have 46 gallons because that's a 100-gallon tank. This tells you the percentage of how full it is. So right now we're at 46 gallons, and I mean, it does it gallon by gallon. Our gray water tank has 8 gallons of water in it. I think I actually set the gauge in maybe the wrong spot on that one, because it actually is pretty close to empty right now. The galley is not hooked up, so it just says it's open, and the black is not hooked up, so it says it's open. But this is such a neat little system, and I love it so much. In the I'll show you the ends of the two tanks where I put the sensors. Okay, let's see if we can get enough light here to see. These are all my little pipes and stuff, and then the wire goes back here to the sensor that is actually on the end of the tank. And there you can see the sensor on the gray water tank. Pretty cool. It just has a adhesive. You put it right on there, and then I put some Gorilla Tape over it just to hold it in place. But I mean, it gives exact readings. And you can see I don't have a lot to work with. These 100-gallon tanks, they fit right in this bus, pushed up against one side. I put a piece of 1.5 inch foam in the other end, but then I ended up with about 8 inches of space here to work with on the end, which sometimes is a little tight. Well, here's just another shot. I pulled these out. I made them so that I can pull them out fairly easily, and I pulled these out just to clean them out real good and start over anew. I do have the sensor on there for sea levels. You can see how that works. It's it has a self-adhesive, and I just put some tape over it to make sure it didn't go anywhere. Does a great job. And then I put these lids that are removable on there. So they have removable lids. You can see that the pipe doesn't come in here too far. See if I can get a picture of it there. And these are called uniseals, it tells you the size hole you drill. You drill with a hole saw, and then they have a seal that will not leak. Pretty amazing. And then on the end, I put a fitting that a hose goes on. That way, if I don't want to use a 5-gallon bucket when I drain, I can always hook a hose and take it directly to a dump station. And then here's the area where they will sit, right back here in the back, and the hose that goes in the top there, that's got that. Well, hey baby, what do you think about the new
sea level
that we have on?
Yeah, I really like it. It's really great to be able to see exactly how much water we have in the fresh tank. That's what I've used it for primarily, and I think it's really great.
It is.
It's easy.
I love it too.
Yeah.
And it was easy to install, really, too. So
good.
In comparison to other things I've done on this place.
Other installations recently, yes, haven't been quite so easy.
Well, we're just going to say goodbye, and we'll see you soon.
Good night.
Bye-bye.